What's good, everyone? Welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Zappos because these shoes are trash. Now, before we do get started, I want to say two things really quickly. One, thank you guys so much for 3,000 subscribers. We hit 3,000 subscribers 4 days ago. This is my first time recording a video while being on 3,000 subs. So thank you guys so much for 3,000 subs. It means a lot to me. 97K to go until we get that silver plaque, so let's try and get there. But yeah, seriously, thank you guys so much for 3K. I love you all so much. Thank you for supporting the channel. And then number two, I've always had this link in my comments in my live streams. If you've been to one of my live streams, you've seen this link before, but I decided to just throw it into the my description of my videos as well. If you ever want to support the channel, you can go ahead and donate directly to the channel in the link in the description. This should be in all the descriptions of my videos going forward. I'm not going to mention this too much because donating is not a requirement for this channel. It's just there if you want to do it to support the channel. You can go ahead and do that in the link in the description. Go to the Streamlabs link. It's like streamlabs.com/C11MP/tip. It should be in the link in the description, the very first link you'll see. So go ahead and click that if you want to go and donate directly to the channel and support the channel directly. But yeah, thank you guys so much for 3,000 subs. And if you want to support the channel, go ahead and feel free to. Not required at all though. I'm thankful for you guys for watching this video to begin with. Leave a like and let's get started straight onto the video. So in today's video, we are talking about Zappos. Let me get these. We are talking about these right here. Obviously, it depends what kind of Zappos you get because there's multiple different shoes on the Zappos website, but we're going to be talking about the shoes. And honestly, it's been a huge controversy. I don't know why it's really extremely controversial like this, but there's a lot of people really mad that Amazon made safety shoes mandatory, steel-toed boots or whatever you want to call them. It's been a large controversy. Everybody's been talking about it lately. A lot of people have been like, why are they doing this? This is like super unreasonable. And I've seen a lot, like I think most people have kind of been on the side where it's like, this is super unreasonable, unnecessary. I hate that they're making us like wear mandatory safety shoes. And yeah, it's been a large topic of discussion lately because as everyone knows, if you already work at Amazon, they made it mandatory. It depends what site you're at, but some sites started at the end of March and some sites are going into April making it mandatory. But for my site specifically, I think it's like the 31st of March that safety shoes are going to be required. And honestly, my opinion on it might not be popular. I think I have a really unpopular opinion, but I think Amazon is justified in making safety shoes required. It's a warehouse, and I've never worked at a warehouse before that didn't require steel-toed shoes. Every warehouse I've worked at previously has required steel-toed shoes, and honestly, most warehouses require steel-toed shoes, so I don't blame Amazon. And honestly, when I first started working there, I was extremely surprised that they didn't require steel-toed shoes. So I was already expecting to have to wear some safety shoes when I first started working at Amazon, and I was really surprised that I didn't. But now they are making it a requirement. And honestly, it does suck because it is nice just going in there wearing whatever shoe you want and wearing the most comfortable pair of shoes, because let's be completely honest, no steel-toe shoe is as comfortable as a regular pair of shoes, no matter what brand you get or no matter how good the brand is. It just can't match the lightweightness and the comfortability and the soles and everything like that when it comes to a regular shoe. Let's be completely honest here. So it is a little bit upsetting that we have to wear them, but it's understandable, and I'm not going to complain about it too much because it's pretty reasonable for Amazon to make us wear steel-toed shoes. If you're like in stow and pick, you might not really see it, but it can be dangerous. But especially if you're on dock or water spider or anything like that, it's definitely very possible to injure yourself if you're not wearing steel-toed shoes. So I think it's pretty reasonable. I know that's really probably a very unpopular opinion, especially with the stuff that I've seen online lately with everyone just saying this makes no sense, why are they doing this? But that's just my opinion. Now that I got my hot take out of the way, I want to get on to Zappos, because obviously Amazon runs all of their shoes directly through Zappos. They give you like $100 or $120 discount for Zappos. I'm not sure how much the discount is, honestly. I bought my shoes a long time ago and I kind of forgot, but I just want to talk about Zappos because I just want to talk about why are the shoes on there so horrible. The shoes on Zappos, I feel like everyone can relate to this. I feel like they all suck so much. Here's my pair that I got from Zappos actually it's probably been like a year. But here's my pair I got from Zappos. It is the Cat brand, or Caterpillar, I think is their full name. But this isn't my first pair of cat boots or cat shoes or whatever you want to call them. But this one is way worse than the other pair that I have. I really hate these shoes. Later on, I'm going to go and discuss more about what these shoes did to my feet, and it might be a little TMI, so if you get a little bit grossed out, just skip that part of the video, but we're not there yet. I just want to show you guys the shoes that I have, just these regular black pairs. I just wanted to get the most safest looking pair of shoes, ones that didn't look too ugly and way too out there, because there was a lot of, honestly, like Zappos had some of the ugliest selection of shoes ever, and I went with the most basic pair because I was already wearing all black shoes and I wanted to wear something that was similar to that, and that's what I got, and I regret it, but there's not that many choices on Zappos. But like I was saying, what is it with Zappos? What is it with this company that they chose literally the worst pairs of shoes? I feel like what they did was they went out to all the big brands and even some of the smaller brands, but they went out to all the big brands and said, hey, we want to put your shoes on our website. Send us all of the worst shoes you have and let's put them on our website so we can sell them. I feel like that's exactly what Zappos did, because every single pair of shoes on there is horrible, especially with the $120 limit that Amazon gives you with that coupon. If you really want to get a great pair of shoes and a great pair of safety shoes for Amazon, you're gonna have to spend your own money. And that's what I really don't like about the mandatory safety shoes, is that they gave us a coupon for one of the worst options ever. And I think everyone can relate to this. Everyone in my Discord, everyone on Reddit, everyone in the YouTube comments has been saying Zappos just has really crappy pairs of shoes. And again, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about that specific Zappos website. Like, if I wasn't an Amazon employee, I would never order from that website. First off, most of the reviews for all of the shoes on there are horrible. They're like 3.5 stars, and realistically 3.5 stars means that whatever product it is not good at all, because that means there is a lot of 1-star ratings. Just all the shoes on there, they're all poorly reviewed, especially the ones under the limit, and it's just ridiculous. I don't know what it is about Zappos, but I hate Zappos. Again, I think everyone can relate to this, but I'm gonna get into now some horror stories that I've heard. There's been a lot of people in my Discord saying that it causes so much pain to their feet. The shoes that they got were super uncomfortable. They're horrible pairs of shoes. A lot of people on Reddit saying the same thing, saying they're extremely horrible. Somebody said that their shoes like ripped off their toenail completely or something like that. Sorry, that's a little bit too much information. Sorry, I shouldn't have gotten into that yet. We'll get into my story next, but I'm just saying a lot of people, like, I've seen a lot of people talk about this, and it seems pretty universally accepted that Zappos just isn't a good pair of shoes. Let me know down in the comments below what you think about the whole Zappos website, and have you gotten a good pair from Zappos, or are you like most people who have gotten unfortunate and just can't seem to find a good pair on there? Because there's also a lot of people who have been returning pair after pair after pair of shoes on the Zappos website, and they have still not found the right one. Even like 4 pairs in, and they still can't find the right one for their feet. Let me know down in the comments below if you found a good one, and if you have found a good one, comment down below which pair you would recommend, and comment down your size, and if you bought it for a woman or men's. That way other people know, and that way people can see that there are good Zappos shoes out there, if there are any. So go ahead and comment down below if you have any suggestions, but also comment down below what your pairs are like, and if you've had a crappy experience like me. And with that being said, let's get on to my experience. So those black shoes, they're down there, that's why I'm pointing down there, but those black shoes that I had were really crappy. One, they weren't comfortable. I'm not gonna say they were extremely uncomfortable. They were just not comfortable. They were heavy, of course. That's really expected from like steel-toed shoes. I'm used to that. I've had heavier pairs of steel-toed shoes, but obviously they're really heavy, and the inside and the part that your foot rests on, just not really comfortable at all. Especially not compared to like NMDs or anything that I was wearing before putting on these steel-toed shoes. So definitely not comfortable, one. But two, the shoes that I have specifically, and I think this is a common problem with a lot of the steel-toed shoes as well, is that mine have no ventilation at all. And we're about to get into the TMI part, so if you get easily grossed out, go ahead and skip the rest of this video or skip to the next chapter or whatever. But mine have no ventilation at all, and it makes my feet extremely sweaty. And it only took, like, I think I wore these shoes because they were making it mandatory last year. I don't know whatever happened to that. They kind of just said they were, and then they never did. So I don't know what happened to that, but regardless, I wore those shoes for like a month last year, early on in 2021, and they made my feet very sweaty. There was no ventilation at all. Like, there's no holes at all in the shoes for any sort of ventilation. These are all just straight. I mean, obviously right here I understand why. There's steel right there. Of course, it's gonna make sense to not have ventilation, but nowhere else in the shoe could they find ventilation. There's not a single bit of ventilation in the shoe. And what that caused for me was my feet were getting really sweaty every single day. And I started to notice that I was starting to get like a mild case of athlete's foot, and I tried treating it, but with the fact that I had to wear those shoes every day for work, it really wasn't helping. And after like a couple of weeks of having like a really bad case of athlete's foot, I almost don't want to say this because again, it's a little gross, but my toes all started getting infections. Like, some of my toenails started getting really bad infections, and almost a year later, and I'm still dealing with those really bad toe infections because of those stupid shoes. I have done a lot. I've went to 2 different doctors for it. I've tried a bunch of different medication. I'm still gonna try and find more. The athlete's foot was a problem for a while as well. My feet were extremely cracked and extremely dry. Well, only one foot specifically. Thankfully, it only affected one foot, It was extremely cracked, extremely dry, and eventually I was finally able to get that fixed a couple of months ago, or like a month ago, whenever I finally tried this cream that really helped out. But my toenails are still infected on one foot, and it really sucks because toenail infections can be permanent and can affect you long term. And unfortunately with those shoes, I feel like I've gotten a case where it's gonna be affected for a long time, and it's because of those stupid Zappos shoes. And I really hate Zappos for that. And I mean, obviously, it's not specifically Zappos' fault because they didn't make those shoes, but I don't get why Zappos has nothing but these crappy options for shoes. And not only that, and this isn't my first pair of cat boots, so I've had cat boots before, but not only did that happen, but they also got like blisters on the like bottom of my toes. But the last pair of cat boots that I had when I was working at another warehouse as well, they also had that problem as well. So that's not anything new. Those blisters that I got on the bottom of my toes were completely normal for cat. I don't recommend the Caterpillar brand. I think they are a really good brand, and the other pair that I have is actually pretty comfortable, all things considered, but they still got blisters on the bottom of my toes. So yeah, I mean, I've had a lot of people on my Discord as well say the same thing. They've gotten blisters all over their feet. There's been people on Reddit who have said they've gotten toe infections similar to mine. And overall, I just wish that Amazon paired with a better company other than Zappos, or I wish that they gave us a higher amount of money to buy our shoes. But yeah, that's my little TMI rant over. I just wanted to talk to that briefly. Sorry, it was a little bit disgusting, but now we're gonna get into the end of this video, which is just, if you work at Amazon, or if you don't work at Amazon and you're going to work at Amazon, or you don't already have your pair of steel toe shoes, I would try using Zappos. But at the same time, if you don't like them at all, and if you're in my situation where you just hated them like most people do, my suggestion would be to either resell those shoes immediately so you can get your money back, or honestly, you might just have to spend your own money. If you really want a good pair of steel toe shoes that are comfortable and for your liking, I would definitely recommend, unfortunately, just spending your own money. It's going to be a lot easier that way, in my opinion. I might do the same thing eventually. I'm going to go back to wearing these shoes for a little bit, and then I'm probably going to save up and have to spend my own money for my own pair of shoes. It sucks, but that's the way it is. Zappos does not provide many good shoes. It seems pretty universally known that everyone doesn't like the shoes that they were given on there, and I hate that Amazon paired with them. But with that being said, I just wanted to do a little bit of a rant video today. Let me know down in the comments below what you think about Zappos. Let me know if you found any good shoes. If you have, again, leave them down in the comments and suggest other people to buy that specific shoe. Or let me know down below your horror experiences. With that being said though, I'm going to end that there. Again, thank you guys so much for 3,000 subscribers, and support the channel in the link in the description below. There's a donation link directly to the channel. Go ahead and do that, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. I love you all. Peace.